Rajon Rondo revisited LeBron James' legendary Game 6 in Boston. That took his legacy to another level. That night still stands among the greatest performances in NBA history. With every GOAT candidate in NBA history, the challenges they face to attain that status are often beyond what ordinary players could ever imagine enduring. For LeBron James, too, the road to greatness was far from easy. At just 27 years old, his entire legacy hung in the balance, with the entire media waiting to pull him down as the Boston Celtics took a 3-2 lead in the 2012 Eastern Conference Finals. With the odds completely against him, King James delivered one of the most legendary performances by an opposing player in the TD Garden. One so dominant that even Rajon Rondo, who stood on the opposing end, had to admit that James had an answer for everything that the Celtics threw at him. James wasn't willing to back down. When LeBron took his talents to South Beach to join forces with Dwyane Wade and Chris Bosh, expectations were there for them to win every season. However, when James managed to score just 17.8 points per game in the 2011 NBA Finals, the four-time MVP was blamed for the Heat's fall. Moreover, given that LBJ had already lost once in the NBA Finals, many began a narrative that he wasn't a star to deliver on the big stage, let alone chasing Michael Jordan for the GOAT tag. So, naturally, when Boston pushed Miami to the brink of elimination in Game 6 of the conference finals the following year, the media was all ready to deem LeBron as a failure. Additionally, with Game 6 being in Boston, there seemed to be no chance for James to take over as the best player. But with the odds against him, he dropped a stellar 45-point, 15-rebound double-double to lead the Heat to victory and then into the championship round, eventually. For Rondo, who was orchestrating the Celtics' offense that night, it almost felt like witnessing something divine, beyond human control. During his appearance on the Thanalysis show, the two-time NBA champion admitted that James had an answer for every move that the home team threw at him, knowing that his legacy was set to doom if he lost that game. "We had no answer for Bron when he came to the Garden, and I think he dropped 46 or 45. It was nothing no one could do," Rondo said. "I was very frustrated because usually they're always able to figure it out and I couldn't." The look in his eyes, I think that took his legacy and his career path to another level. "We threw everybody at him, our best defensive players. I tried to guard him in a couple of possessions, but he just shot me out like a little fly. He really took advantage of that moment. No one could ever repeat such a performance." While MJ's 63-point explosion against a prime Celtics team in 1986, or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's 29-point masterpiece in Game 7 of the 1985 NBA Finals remain legendary, what LeBron did that night carried a different kind of weight. The pressure, the criticism, and the expectations made it arguably the most clutch and intimidating performance ever witnessed on the Celtics' home floor. Perhaps, even today, Rondo's admission only highlights how James' aura that night was unlike anything he had ever faced. A player completely locked in, determined to dominate at all costs. That is why, for many Boston fans, the image of LeBron's cold, emotionless glare during that Game 6 will haunt them forever.